Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Happy Tuesday to you all. This is Storm Track 7 meteorologist Robbie coming. Our temperatures have been warming up throughout the morning time frame and will continue to do so to the afternoon. As you can see, it's some 60s, lower 60s right now across portions of eastern Iowa. But we do have some cloud coverage off to the west that we've been tracking throughout the morning. Some of that has shifted on through already, but again, there is more off to the west. So we should be under a partly sunny sky throughout the remainder of the afternoon. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Some of us could be hitting those 70s later on this afternoon. I'll show you more of the detailed high temperatures just a moment here. But again, partly to mostly cloudy across the area, otherwise partly sunny. But later on tonight, I believe it's along and south of Interstate 80, that is. We could be looking at the chance for maybe some isolated showers or storms that could develop. They should not be reaching any severe criteria, but maybe could see a couple moderate to heavy downpours with any storms that do develop. Let's take you through that through the rest of the evening. Again, see some oranges and some reds in there, just again indicating the possibility for some isolated storms to develop as well. North of there, though, again, we'll call it a partly cloudy sky. Some areas mostly clear in some spots. So that's what we're looking at, but a pretty mild overnight as well, similar to what we saw this morning. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, we'll call it mostly clear to partly cloudy, but then heading into the latter portion of the morning, you can see off to our west, a lot more cloud coverage that's going to begin working into the area. That's ahead of our next storm system that we're tracking. The possibility for some more widespread rainfall tomorrow night and through the day on Thursday. We'll look at that in just a moment here. But for today, here we are, upper 60s for our northern and eastern locations, lower 70s for central and southern locations. Otherwise, partly sunny. Also have to consider an elevated fire danger with how dry it is. And even though winds aren't as strong as yesterday, they're still pretty breezy out of the south and west. As for tonight, we talked about that chance for some isolated showers and storms for far southern and eastern areas. Otherwise, low is well above average yet again in the lower to middle 40s across the board. Now, that city by city forecast will warm again tomorrow, but heading into Wednesday night and Thursday, like I mentioned, that's heading into our next storm system. That's going to produce the chance for some widespread shower and storm activity. We are watching the chance for some stronger to severe storms as well, mostly that threat being in the afternoon and evening time frame on Thursday. So let's take you step by step again. Starting Wednesday evening through the overnight period, you're starting to see some shower activity, even some localized storm activity approach the area during the late overnight period into the early morning hours of Thursday. That's exactly what you're looking at here, approaching from the south and west. You see some bands of showers and storms working on through during the first half of the day on Thursday, then into the late morning and early afternoon time frame. A lot of this is going to depend on where the boundary sets up. Where's the warmer air? Where's the cooler air? As you can see, 40s for the northern half of the area, lower 50s to the south. If that scoots up and we start approaching some 60s for central or southern areas rather, we could be looking at a more robust severe threat. Now the other could occur, the opposite I should say, could occur as well. So just something to keep an eye on here. But in terms of rainfall, again, that looks like a given right now. We could always use the rain, especially with how much of a drought we are in at the moment. Could be a nice soaking of rain as well, upwards of ½ an inch to possibly even up to an inch in some locations that do receive any storm activity. But again, for that severe threat, just in case, we do have a Storm Track 7 yellow alert day in play for the day on Thursday all across eastern Iowa. At the moment, all hazards do appear possible. That includes large hail, strong winds. Those appear the most likely at this point with any severe storms that develop, but a few tornadoes could be possible as well. And the Storm Prediction Center does have areas along and south of Highway 30 and a level 2 out of 5 slight risk. That's that yellow coloring that you see. Again, right now that looks like the higher risk for any severe storms. North of there, a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk. So again, still possible to see some stronger storms north of those areas. Otherwise, there it is, that yellow alert day in play for Thursday, but we will begin to dry out during the back half of the day on Friday. Pretty seasonal overall for the weekend, especially heading to St. Patrick's Day on Sunday. A bit windy to say the least, but spring starts next Tuesday, and we're bumping those temperatures right back up.